Name, score, kills, deaths, assists, minion, buildings. Good. Bring this up. Pull this over here. Then over here, we just want to make sure that we do it this way. Text 0 dot text is equal to p.name, because we got the name. You want text 1 dot text is equal to p dot score stats. Do we want to get stats? No, we won't. And then we go stats, and then we give it key, so score. Sure, it's the same color. I mean, not same color, but you get what I'm saying. Then we go text 2 dot text is equal to p. And then we're going to do this one as kills. I'm just going to copy these downwards. And this one's going to be deaths. This one's going to be assists, minions, and finally buildings. And then we're just going to make sure all these ones say to string, which I probably should have had. Perfectly honest. That's fine, because that's a pretty quick thing to do. And make sure these ones actually go properly like this. So they actually count up properly. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they count up. Good. Next, we want to be able to edit this data, because that's just setting the data. We're not editing the data, it's edit the data. So how do we edit the data? Well, there's 3 commands that we're going to have. There's actually only 2, but there's one that we want to do called add player. And we want to give me a name and a team. And it's just, this is the best way to do it, so we can, because the problem is very simply, they won't display this new person. Oh, well, actually, but you don't need to do it this way, I guess. I just realized probably, but it's more fun this way, so I'm going to do it this way. It makes no real difference, since the other ones you do have to do it the way I'm doing it, but since initializing won't do much else, since all these things should have all the keys, and it will set all the things properly. Actually, no, you need to do this, because otherwise it won't set up the name properly. It won't set up the name, no. So you do actually need to do it this way, because otherwise the name won't be set up properly. Everything else will be probably set to 0. But you know, everything else is set to nothing. So you actually do have to do it this way if you're doing it my way, because all these data won't be set properly. So let's actually do the next command. These are the commands to actually add / remove. So we're going to have one for set stats. We want a string for stat. We want a int for ID. And we want a int for amount. Now, this is kind of where it comes in a bit differently. Is that under here we want to have a just players with ID dot stat of stat is equal to amount, because we're literally just setting it. So we're just saying, okay, this is equal to this. Where the next one we're going to do is incrementing. And increment is kind of the same idea. It's just kind of, you just execute it slightly different. So it's the same kind of code, exact same really. It's just players ID dot stats, stat is plus or equal to amount. Now I'm going to show you what this means, because a lot of people get plus or equals wrong. A lot of people just go, for example, let's have cow is equal to 2, and we go, okay, well we want cow plus 1. And a lot of people do this. Even though this makes sense too, it doesn't make sense to the computer, because the computer reads it this way, 2 plus 1, and goes, I don't care that you told me 2 plus 1. Why are you telling me 2 plus 1? You need to say cow is equal to 2 plus 1. That's what you want, right? You know, you want to say cow is equal to itself plus 1. You know, cow plus 1. And that's what you're basically just doing. So you're just going, well, cow is now equal to cow plus 1. And you can do the same code by just doing this. So a lot of people don't do that, and it's people are like, oh, why do I have problems? That's why it's very important that you do that. Very important that you know that. It's like the first lesson. That's it, really. We're basically done. There's a few other little commands I've got, but I'm not going to give them just because they're kind of useless. Yeah, they are. Are they really? Just give me a second. Yeah, okay. Well, I was actually using something different here, but this is a lot easier to understand than what I was using. So I was just code changed a bit from what was online, but hopefully it's still pretty self-explanatory and stuff. So we can just delete these now. If your game message saying it will disconnect the prefab, it means you haven't clicked the apply button. So obviously for me, I'll just click this apply button up here. And don't make it static, because it'll break it. Now it just won't do what you want it to do. So now we're going to name this script scripts. This is the kind of final part of this series. It doesn't really matter these transforms, since this is just going to contain our board manager. And we need to give it a few things. Why don't we have a list? Oh, because of this. I didn't show you guys this. Probably should have shown you a bit sooner. The computer doesn't know whether or not it can use this. Doesn't know whether or not this is usable. So by just doing that, then it goes, oh, so I can use it, and allows me to have a list of players. So I can have 10 players, and each player has their own name, their own ID, and all that stuff. But the thing is this is the big thing, is that I actually want to serialize this, so we want to say system.serialize. Hopefully we can serialize this. No, we can't. Can we? Please tell me. No, we can't. Okay. Let's close that and we open this. And let's not open that. Let's just keep on this and fix this up. Why are you having bugs with this? Same thing. Oh, freak. Let's just reopen the Unity. Sorry for breaking that. I think you resync it maybe and that will fix it. Don't know why it doesn't like it. It seems to like it a bit better now. Nope, it still does not like it. We're just gonna forget that. Don't know why it doesn't like it. But apparently it doesn't like it. A star. So we're just like... I mean, it wasn't having any issues before. But now it doesn't like the Seeker. Or whatever it's called. It doesn't like Seeker. It doesn't like all this stuff. It doesn't like... Oh, it doesn't like any. Oh, that's possible, but these ones aren't. Stuff with this stuff. Holy cow. Okay. Let's turn off serialize. We'll see if that fixes it. It doesn't. Let's go and do a re-import. Where is it? It's somewhere. Oh, that's probably going to custom. New desktop, packages. I think I threw it into the trash. And restore it. Let's dot something. My parents liking doing it now. Oh, there we go. Now it's imported properly. Well, I'll have a look into that, but doesn't matter. It's working. Isn't it? So it doesn't really matter, I will swear, because it's working. So here we go. It works. So let's say we want to add a player. It's quite easy. We'll just do under, let's say for example, starts. We just go add player. Give him a name. How we give him? Shadow. And we give him a team. We give him blue. Let's add another player. Call maybe Feng. Give him red. And then we go, okay, well, set score, set stats. And we go, okay, Shadow is going to have, well, his ID is 0 because he's the first I've created. And his ID, his int amount is, what should we say? Maybe, maybe we say he gets 10 kills. So if say stat, this should be, sorry, kills. And then we go another set, then maybe we're going to do increment one. How about we go increment stats? And we'll go Feng, oh sorry, stat will be maybe deaths. And we go, okay, well the ID is 1. And the amount is maybe he gets 5 deaths. And then he somehow cheats. And he loses 2 of them. So -2, alright? So then, if we now click it, oh yes, I need to sign all these things. So we got parent R, which is very much just red, blue, didn't we have like friggin' a bunch of, oh they're under scripts. We should be under a new pro folder called prefabs. There we go. So then under scripts we're gonna have prefab B be there and prefab R be there. Now if we open the players, it's not liking it. Why? Get components of children's. See children. Why is it not liking it? Come on, I don't know. I've looked at my code, it's working. P.playObject.get components in children of text. Stupid thing. It's not liking it. Why? Wait, are we actually even getting an object? That's why. Maybe? No, we're getting an object, and then we're getting Fang. Which isn't an object. Because we're not getting there. And Shadow has a name, a score, a kills, a deaths, all these things. And it's doing the first one, but it's not getting to the second one. Somehow. Text 1. Or text. Where is it broken? Is it broken here? I'm just checking. This is most likely the break. Okay, good. Can we just not do any of this stuff? It's not liking it either. Text.text is a new one. I'm looking at my code and it's working perfectly. It's probably something wrong with down here. Player object, yes. I called it mine prefab. We might as well just change it, just to see if that fixes things. Oh, I didn't do this. Oh, safe. Dot red. Prefab is equal to the same thing. This could be it, but I don't think so. I don't think it is it, but it could be it. So just change all these. Then go Alt F. And then go Alt F. Yes. Alt F. My thing's broken today. Does not like me. The computer's going, oh no, everything's fine. Does not like me today. No, everything's working now. But it's not incrementing properly for no apparent reason. Oh, because we're not initializing. I should have looked at it and seen that one of them was working, but the other wasn't. So as you see, 10 kills, and we only have 3 deaths here, because you should have a bit more than that. Weren't we doing... Oh, 5 minus 2, I thought it was 5 minus 3. But yeah, everything works properly, and we could have, I don't know, assists, minions, buildings. We could change all this stuff. And it kind of looks a bit weird to look at, and we could obviously just mirror it. I'll see how I think, but I'm quite happy with this. Thanks guys for watching. That was a very, very long thing, and it took a lot longer than I thought, so that's going to be cut out quite a bit. I'm just going to get the good bits in. So you probably will see me not saying a computer screen going, right, it's working, for like 10 minutes. You'll probably see that be cut out. Thanks guys for watching. This is a very kind of quick-ish build a scoreboard.